Da da dee da doodle la da dee doodle la da 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 da.
Hi, everybody. When we met last week, I was talking about polkas and the different rhythms that can go into them, and I had put up the bones or the ingredients for a first part for a polka that I had been trying to do in advance of talking about the different rhythms and note values, all that can find themselves in the polkas. So I've worked away at it since, and I thought that this week I would just share the polka that came out. And to say it came out is not to say that it came easily, because it was like pulling teeth. So for whatever reason, it was constantly in my head. How does this thing go? How does it go? And yet it was not easy to just pick something. So anyway, I did settle on a first part, and then I wrote a second part to go with it. And so I think at the end of the day now, and maybe this is a sign when you created a tune that you like. I initially wanted it to be something that would not be like the ultimate tune in a set of polkas, that in fact it might be just the first tune. The dancers have set themselves up out on the floor, and then the music starts, and that it might be this tune. And so I don't think of this as the end of a thought, even though it's a complete tune. But I think that we would go somewhere else, maybe to one of the other tunes that you were nice enough to follow through on last week. Several people on our chat section on Patreon had done a search and found the actual names of the tunes. So do go there. I hope you all know that you can always chime in there on any thoughts or any additional information you might have on tunes or what I talked about. And yeah, and so there's names for the 5 tunes, or yeah, I think it was 5 tunes that I used, 6 tunes for ideas about what could be rhythmically ideas for polkas. And so anyway, again, I've told you that this is really in my wheelhouse. I really like polkas, and so I'm kind of happy with how this tune turned out. So I'm going to play it, and I'm going to play it at a very slow pace, and then I'm going to pick up the pace, and then I'll play it at a third pace, which would be maybe ultimately, if you have that really good gang of dancers in your town and they're absolutely mad about doing sets, that they might take it at that pace. And so hopefully you don't mind that I'm not writing the notes down again, because I do have a couple of different twists that I haven't decided whether they're twists on the melody or that they're going to be the melody, and that what was there before becomes the variation, or I could use things as a variation as opposed to it being the real tune. So yep, here we go. And I think this is a really nice way to learn tunes, rather than breaking it down bit by bit by bit. I'll take it at 3 different rhythms. So good luck to you. Here we go. here's the last time through, and I'll just tell you what the other possibilities were in my mind. Was that, well, one is that for going from the first part to the second part, I could choose to tie the last note from the 8th measure to the first note of the B part, and so make a little syncopated thing happen there. And I also thought, let's see, in the second part of the tune, I thought that in the last measure, instead of going, then I could actually use. So I'll try to throw that in when I play it this time. So twice through, full on, and here we go. Yeah, so it can be I'm imagining the dancers and giving it lots of energy for them to get up off the floor. Yes, so I hope you're join me on all of those different take-throughs. I like the idea of the first pace, which I was listening to a nice thing on the radio the other day, and it was like a wind-up of a news story, and at the end of it there was some kind of a piece of music at the end, and it had a really nice, slow, easygoing pace, and it made me think that sometimes we fly through the Irish music pretty fast, and indeed if there's dancers, they're not going to want that first pace, but you know, it occurs to me that if you were recording, it could be quite nice to you know, so it's kind of nice. And so if picking up tunes fast is your best speed, there you go. You have the faster one. You can just move right to that on our video. So, all right. So now I have a feeling that I might hear from a few of you. I was hearing little bits of rumblings about people writing tunes this week. So I hope to hear from you as always. Okay, good luck to you. Bye.